That little girl knew it was wrong. This woman does too. This man also felt the need to turn away. Deep down, we all know it's not okay.
I think my husband was a bit quite rough when he was battering them. Their eyes were popping out.
If you saw an animal being beaten to death, what would you do? I'm in Bibury, in the heart of the Cotswolds. It's a beautiful area of the UK, and yet there is unimaginable suffering taking place here. On this site, animals are quite literally battered to death here. Farmed trout are caught and then beaten to death by untrained members of the public. And because the UK laws are so severely lacking for farmed fish, technically it's legally permissible for them to take these animals' lives. I watched as trouts were hit over and over again. Some regained consciousness and jumped for freedom, but to no avail. Many animals were left to suffocate for minutes out of water. One trout was still alive while they were placed in a bag. They thrashed around in pain, fighting for their life. Another was placed in a bucket while still conscious. This trout was gasping for breath for over 20 minutes. Disturbingly, I even observed children committing the killing. Is this really the world we want to create for future generations? Is killing animals a lesson we want to be teaching them? I saw families slaughter the animals and take the bodies with them in bags, but I investigated further to find out what happens to the farmed trout who are killed by workers.
I think most of the restaurants and pubs we supply are in the Cotswolds.
We've submitted a formal complaint to the authorities, but this isn't the first time Animal Equality has exposed trout and other farmed fish suffering painful deaths. We've uncovered fish suffocating to death on boats, being thrown to the ground and cut while conscious in an on-land abattoir, and entering stun-kill machinery backwards. Up to 77 million fish are farmed and slaughtered across the UK every single year, primarily Atlantic salmon and rainbow trout. That's around 1.5 million fish that are dying for human consumption every single week. Despite the scale of suffering, there are no species-specific laws in place to protect farmed fish at the time of killing. That leaves many at major risk of slowly suffocating to death, being bludgeoned to death, or being cut while fully conscious. If you're rightly sickened by what's going on here in Bibury, you must ask yourself, if you wouldn't personally pay to kill an animal, why pay for somebody else to do it for you? With so many plant-based alternatives available in supermarkets nowadays, there's no reason to farm or slaughter an animal. And while collectively we fight in defence of farmed animals, we must not forget those who are still trapped in the system. Join Animal Equality by signing our petition and calling for species-specific slaughter legislation to be put in place for farmed fish.